This video is kindly brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to create a beautiful online presence. Hi, my name's Janelle and welcome back to Rosery Apparel. In this video, I'm going to be transforming this $5 bedsheet into a dress. I picked up this bedsheet secondhand a couple of weeks ago and I just love the fact that it's got a simple grid print on it. I think it's going to make such a nice dress. And I was recently inspired to have a go at making a dress similar to this one here by Lazy Oaf. And I also think that this dress could be a really fun pattern hack of my hazel pattern. And so in this video, I'm going to be showing you step by step how to pattern hack the hazel pattern to make this style of dress. So without further ado, let's get into it and let's make a super cute dress out of this bedsheet. So as I mentioned, to make this dress, I'm going to be pattern hacking my hazel pattern, which I'll have a link to in the description of this video. For this pattern hack, you will only need the bodice front and back pieces, the strap template piece, as well as the pocket and skirt template pieces. Let's start by changing up the bodice slightly. For the bodice front and back template pieces, cut away a triangle shape from the top of each piece using the following measurements. Then trim the length of both pieces by approximately 4 centimeters or 1.5 inches. So your bodice front and back template pieces should now look like this. Cut them both out on the fold of your fabric, making sure to place them approximately 2 centimeters or 1.5 inches from the folded edge of your fabric, as this will widen the bodice of your dress slightly. It should look a little something like this, and then cut the same out of a lining fabric. Next, take the strap template piece and cut out 4 pieces lengthways along the fold of your fabric. This will create some long strap pieces that will then be able to be tied up just like the Lazy Oaf dress. Then also cut out 4 pocket pieces and the skirt front and back pieces at your preferred length, making sure to cut the skirt back piece out on the fold just like the skirt front. For my dress, I've decided to also add a ruffled hem along the skirt, and if you'd like to do the same, simply cut out a rectangle that measures twice the width of your skirt front and back by about 20 centimeters or 8 inches. It's okay to stitch multiple lengths of fabric together in order to get the correct width of your rectangle, as you won't be able to notice the seams later. So all up, you should have the following pieces cut out and ready to sew. To make this dress, start by taking the strap pieces and fold and press one of the smaller raw edges in by about 1 centimeter or 1/2 inch. Then fold and press the strap in half lengthways, unfold it, and then fold and press the raw edges to the center fold crease. Fold in half once more, enclosing all of the raw edges onto the inside. Then stitch the folded edge in place by top stitching along both edges like this. Once all the straps have been sewn, they should look like this along the enclosed edge, and will also have a raw end like this. Next, take the bodice front and back template pieces and mark out the darts onto the wrong sides of the fabric and lining pieces. Only mark out the front bust darts onto the front piece, as we'll be skipping the front waist darts for this project. Once the darts have been marked out, fold the fabric along the dart markings to create a kind of triangle shape. And then stitch the darts in place. Once stitched, tie the loose ends with a double knot and then press the darts towards the center of the dress. And your bodice pieces should now look like this. Place the raw ends of the straps onto the topmost point of the bodice front and place the lining piece on top with right sides together, sandwiching the straps in between the layers. Stitch along the top edge, sewing a slight curve at the V-neck like this. Do the same for the bodice back pieces. Trim away the excess fabric. And then turn the bodice front and back right side out. Give the edges where the lining and main fabric meet a good press with your iron. And you should have a front and back piece that look like this. With right sides together, place the bodice back onto the bodice front, matching the linings and main fabrics together, and stitch them together along the sides like this. Once stitched, tuck the lining back to the inside and press the underarm seam flat. Then top stitch the entire top edge of the bodice. Then to finish the bodice, simply tie up the straps into a bow, and the bodice of the dress is now complete. Before we get onto the skirt, let's take a quick moment to talk about the sponsor of this video. This video has been very kindly sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to create a beautiful online presence and launch your passion project. Whether you'd like to start making and selling your own products, create a beautiful portfolio to showcase your work, write a blog, or simply create any website of any kind, you can build your dream website all by yourself with Squarespace. You simply select from the range of beautifully designed templates, and then you can change up the template as much or as little as you like to create your perfect website. You can change everything from the overall layout of the website to all the fun things like the fonts and colours with just a few clicks. No knowledge or background needed in coding whatsoever. I've recently had quite a few people message and email me telling me that they heard about Squarespace through my channel and that making their own Squarespace website has just elevated their brand to the next level, and that is just the perfect way to describe it. Having your own customized website with your own unique URL just really validates your brand and makes you seem legit. I honestly don't think I'd be where I am today if it wasn't for Squarespace. Having an online presence is so important, and having somewhere I can send my customers and having somewhere where people can find me and learn a little bit about me is just so important in this day and age. So if you'd like to try out Squarespace for yourself, then I definitely recommend you head to squarespace.com and take advantage of their free trial so you can test out just how easy it is to use. And then when you're ready to launch your beautiful new website, head to squarespace.com/Rosery Apparel for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks Squarespace for being such an amazing supporter of this channel and for sponsoring this video. To make the skirt, start by overlocking the curved raw edges of the 4 pocket pieces. If you don't have an overlocker, you can simply use the zigzag stitch of your sewing machine instead. Then with right sides together, stitch the pocket pieces onto the skirt pieces, matching the notches together. If you're like me and have forgotten to cut out the notches, then place them approximately 10 centimeters or 4 inches from the top edge of the skirt pieces. Then overlock or zigzag stitch the raw pocket edges. Then with right sides together, place the skirt front onto the skirt back and stitch along one side edge only, remembering to stitch around the pocket like this. Next, to make the ruffled hem, stitch as many pieces together as you need in order to get a rectangle that is double the width of the skirt. Then set your sewing machine stitch length to the longest possible setting, and sew 2 rows of gathering stitches along the top edge of the ruffled rectangle. Then gently pull on the top 2 threads to gather the top edge of the fabric until it's approximately the same width as the skirt. Then with right sides together, pin and stitch the gathered ruffle to the bottom edge of the skirt. And you should now have a cute ruffle along the bottom of the skirt like this. Next, remove any exposed gathering stitches with a seam ripper, and then give the ruffle a good press with your iron. Then with right sides together, pin and stitch the remaining side of the skirt together, again remembering to stitch around the pocket edge like this. Then once again, change the stitch length of your sewing machine to the longest possible setting, and sew 2 rows of gathering stitches along the top edge of the skirt. Next, gather up the top edge of the skirt until it's approximately the same size as the bodice. Then with right sides together, pin and stitch the bodice to the skirt, matching the side seams together. Once stitched, remove any exposed gathering stitches and give the gathers of the skirt a good press. And then all that's left to do is hem the entire bottom edge of the skirt. So, how does this Lazy Oaf inspired dress look? So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have a go at making a dress just like this one, then I would love to see it. So be sure to tag me at Rosery Apparel when you share your photos on Instagram. And if you did enjoy this video, it would mean a lot to me if you could give it a like and subscribe to this channel for more sewing type videos like this one. Have a lovely day and thanks for watching!